Here we go. Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, in this episode we have the GEPRC CINELOG 35 HD Performance, brand new on the market, and you are going to love this. Let me give you a bit of history. So not too long ago, GEPRC released the CINELOG 25. I reviewed this. This is a pusher drone. I think it was one of my favorite drones at the time. It's really good, and it's called the 25 because the props are 2.5 inches. Then they made a bigger version called the CINELOG 30. So this has 3-inch props, same idea, pusher drone, but notice the blades are a little bit different on the bottom. And of course, if you're larger in size, it just means you can lift more and go faster. So then they made the CINELOG 35. Look at the size of this thing. So I reviewed this one and it's really good. This was their first CINELOG to come out that they said could lift a GoPro Hero 10. I did a review. I flew it with the GoPro Hero 10. It's got super big props at the bottom, 3.5 inch, and it's super powerful, and it can lift a GoPro Hero 10, except the problem was you didn't get a lot of flight time because lifting all that weight and the big battery on it, yeah, it sort of caused the flight time to reduce. But it's still a very good drone. So now they have the CINELOG 35 HD, same as this, except for this one's called the Performance. And you know it's Performance because it's green in color as opposed to black in color. So what's different? Well, let me just boil it down to you and tell you exactly what's different. Much better flight controller on here. It can react to the performance you require, and trust me, you're going to see it in this video. It performs like you've never seen anything else perform. It's really good. And it's also got way more powerful motors. So in other words, when you're flying low to the ground, cruising along low, and you have to just jump up because there's something in the way, no problem, you can do it easy with this, and a longer flight time. It's much more efficient, so that's what the Performance stands for. So all in all, if you like this one, you're gonna love this one. Now I should also mention that GEPRC has a new radio that is ELRS. It is very tiny in size, and it's so tiny that they call it the Tiny Radio. It even comes in its own little case. I'll unzip it and show you that I am not joking. They actually call it the Tiny Radio. Can you read that? Tiny Radio. Yes, whoever came up with that was probably sitting at a meeting going, that's a tiny radio. Love it. Let's go with that. So it's ELRS, and ELRS means you're going to get massive range, miles upon miles. It's very simple. There's no screen on it, so it's all got to be self-aware inside, and it is. It's very inexpensive. It's got the basic switches. Joysticks are basic. You know, you're not going to get top-of-the-line joysticks or anything. It does run on two 18650 batteries that go in the bottom. And the reason most people are going to be attracted to this radio is because it's very inexpensive and it shoots out at 500 milliwatts on the ELRS 2.4 gigahertz spectrum. I don't know if it comes in the 915, but anyways, 2.4 is what I have. And the other great thing is that they bind together really simple. You don't even have to go on beta flight, set anything up. As a matter of fact, watch this video of me taking this out for a flight, and then when you come back to me, I'll show you quickly how to bind them together. It's really fast. Watch this. Out at my field, going to do a maiden flight with the GEPRC CINELOG 35 HD brand new version. Here we go. All right, let's get our goggles out. Next, we'll take a battery. The battery we're going to use is an R-Line 1300 120C, and this is a 6S battery. And the radio I'm going to use is the little tiny radio, GEPRC. I think they call it the Tiny Radio. It's Express LRS in here. Yeah, Tiny Radio, big words on the back. I've never used this radio before, but we're going to try it in this video. I would normally never use a radio like this because this is an introductory radio. Like if you're new to the hobby, this is what you would get. But if you've been flying for a long time, you'll invest in a very good quality radio. This is an entry-level one. And when I fly, I'm going to show you some video from this camera up here, as well as a DJI Action 2, which should fit on top magnetically really nicely. There we go. It can lift a GoPro Hero 10, but I'm going to use a DJI Action 2. As you can see here with the battery on and the camera, it's quite large. It's a lot of weight on here, so I'm looking forward to see how well it lifts all this. Oh, and if I look really funny in this camera, it's because it's on super wide angle, so it makes everything distorted. So if I bring my head close, I don't know, there's my bald spot, or how does that look? Anyways, let's go fly. Here we go. Man, this thing is fast. This thing is fast. It just cruises everywhere. All right, coming back. Nice and low over the ground. Here we are. Going this way, go down the pathway here. I'm enjoying this. I find it responds really well to my movements of my joysticks as I'm going around corners. So it definitely flies faster than the previous model, that's for sure. You got a lot of punch and a lot of power. I can dive down, miss these trees on angles. It's pretty cool. Go around everything here. I'm gonna come back in a second. There we are. Just whip around that tree. Come back this way, go down this way, go through all these posts. Come on over here. Go this way. Whoa, don't want to go over that guy. Sorry, guy. Over here. Come back over me and my Jeep over here. So if you definitely like speed, this is a drone with speed in it. It definitely boogies, that's for sure. And it's got a lot of punch out power too. If I want to go way up, I'm up. And if I want to do some nice little spinnies in any direction, I can. And you notice I don't slam into the ground. It still contains its height quite nicely. It does it really well. Go around, look at that. Oh, birds going nuts down there, they heard me. Let's follow the birds. I always like following birds because it's either following birds or following planes. This guy goes here, I'll slow down so I don't overtake him. This is very fast indeed. I think anybody that wants a drone that flies fast, this is definitely one for you on 6S. It's crazy fast. And you can get it to go slow. I'll have to slow it down at some point here. You can get it to go slow if you want to. It's pretty darn sweet. Anyways, it's super windy out here at the moment. And this drone is just cutting through the wind. Battery power, don't even notice it. It's like just whipping along here through the wind. This is at high speed. So on 6S power, you are really moving here. This is good. This is good. All right, let's head at high speed through this gate, come down through it. Yes. And over this way. So this is supposed to be a CINELOG, but as you can see in this wind, I'm just flying it like a race drone, like whipping through everything here. I'm sure most people would like to go slower. So here, let me just show you what it's like flying it slow like a CINELOG here. I'm gonna come down, not touch the ground, get caught in the wind here a little bit, but yeah, there we go. Oh, there's people there. I don't like going around people. Hang on a sec. I gotta go a different direction. Sorry, people. Let's go over here. Let's go over to the garden center. See if I have enough range. See if it has penetration power to get me all the way over here. There we are, in the garden center, cruising around nice and slow. Punch out. Go over that. And there's our school. Come on back. There's our little fan up in the sky. Don't want to get chopped up by that. I'll be Swiss cheese. But which way do I want to go? Gotta look around here. Let's go this way. Let's see if those people have left. I saw them walking back there, so I'm gonna go this way. And nice and low. I don't think they're sitting on the chairs or anything. There we go. All right. Whoa, I almost hit that curve there. Let's go around this way. Okay, so let's go this way and go over here. So if you're using it as a CINELOG, this is basically what you would do, is go nice and low between things and around things. That's the fun of FPV. You don't need a big field. You just need objects to go around. That's it, to have a lot of fun. So I'm coming around this tree. There we are. And in FPV, the latency is very, very low. So it doesn't matter what objects are coming up at you, you can get out of the way really quick. There's no worry whatsoever. You can go around or through anything that you see. There we are. So this drone here, as you can tell, I'm having a blast with it. I'm whipping around super fast and doing all sorts of maneuvers. Anybody who flies this, you'll be able to do the same thing. It's not that hard because it's so precise. Wherever you point that nose, that's where it is going. I'm amazed at the flight time I'm getting on this with my 6S battery. It just keeps on going. All right, I'm bringing it home and I see my Jeep there. Let me see if I can go under the Jeep with the little bit of power I have remaining. Let's go this way. Through my Jeep, and I guess we could just come on back, and I'm over there, and let's land it over here, right behind my Jeep this time. Right over here, because this is where I'm going to put it away. All right. Hope you enjoyed this video, guys, because I had a lot of fun. Why did I flip over? Now, you saw how great this thing flies, and you do get a long flight time with it. And I did mention I'll show you how to bind everything together, so let me show you that now. All right, how to bind this radio to this drone or any type of ELRS drone. It's really simple. So this is ELRS. To put ELRS in bind mode, you have to plug the battery in 3 times. You go once, pull it out, twice, pull it out, 3rd time, leave it in. You'll know you're in bind mode when you see flashing of a blue light that flashes, double flashes, like flash, 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 flash. Let me show you. So here we go. Number 1, number 2, and number 3. Leave it in. There we go. Now we should be in bind mode. There we go. We have the receiver light over here. It's doing the double tap flash thing, and you only have so much time to bind before it goes into Wi-Fi mode. So let's do this quick. Leave the battery plugged in, just put everything down there. And you should have the props off. See these props? They should not be on your drone, but in my case, I'm leaving them on just to show you really quick, so I don't really need that anymore. Put that out there. Next, take your tiny radio and make sure the throttle's all the way down. Make sure the switches are all the way over there. There's your power switch to turn it on. What you're gonna do is you're gonna look on the back and find the button that says bind. Press in the bind button, hold the power button down at the same time. And I heard this thing vibrate. It came on and it's making the sound as if it's in bind mode. So we know it worked because this switch is my alarm switch for the beeper on there. Watch this, I can turn it off. Ta-da, we are bound. And if I want to see if the arm switch works, all I do is I'm going to hold this down. I've got the battery in my hand, push my hand down here, hold this down, and I'm going to hit the arm switch so it doesn't take off if anything goes wrong. There you go. See, I can turn it on, turn it off. So it is all good. Next thing to show you would be what comes in the box. Check this out. This is the box your CINELOG 35 comes in, and these are the specifications of the drone I showed in this video. Out of the box, you'll find the CINELOG 35 comes pre-assembled. The construction of the prop guards appears to be the same as previous models, except these ones are green. They are very solid, not very flexible though. You'll note that construction is a mixture of carbon fiber, metal, and plastic. The camera has the same vibration dampening system as the previous model. Speaking of the camera, it is a high-definition Vista Nebula Pro. The ELRS antenna can be seen here, and the Vista unit can be seen under the carbon fiber plate. Mine is the 6S version, so the motors are 2650 kV. If you buy additional 6S batteries, make sure they have an XT60 connector. Total weight of the drone before adding a battery is 262 grams. A full set of spare props are included, as well as a USB cable so that you can connect the flight controller to Betaflight. Other included items include a battery strap, battery grip, base plate protector, camera lens protector, vibration grommets, spare screws and a variety of tools, balance cable and receiver connectors. Mine also came with a GoPro Hero 10 camera mount, I'm not sure they all do, and also I did receive a carbon fiber GEPRC keychain. And finally you received the usual documentation as well as GEPRC stickers. This is the box the GEPRC tiny radio comes in. It does come in its own case. When you open the case, you'll see the radio. Please attach the antenna before powering it on for the first time. Here you can see the two-way and three-way switches as well as the antenna, the power button, the USB-C entry for charging, as well as the trainer port. On the rear you have two additional buttons, setup and bind. The radio is powered by two 18650 batteries, which are not included. Finally, the manual and GEPRC stickers are also included. All right, final thoughts on this drone. I love it. I did like the CINELOG 25. That was my favorite drone for the longest time. The CINELOG 30 I thought was good, but not as good as a 25. The CINELOG 35, I like to fly it without a GoPro Hero 10 because I found the GoPro Hero 10 was a bit too heavy and I didn't get a lot of flight time. I did try this with the GoPro Hero 10. I did not put the record on. You do get more flight time flying with the GoPro Hero 10 on here, but I really appreciate flying this with the DJI Action 2 camera. I thought that was the best of the best for this thing here. Anyways, I think it's really good, and I'm sure if you get this, you're not going to make complaints about it because it's just like the previous models. If you love them or you always want it, like a CINELOG, GEPRC CINELOG of all the models they have, and it's a pusher drone, then you will definitely love something like this. It's a lot of fun. You can do almost everything with it. You can do from slow flying to racing to freestyle and all the other cool things as well. So with all that said, I'm going to put links below to this, but let me get back to this tiny radio because you'll want to know about that as well. What are my thoughts on this? Well, I'm a guy who uses about, I don't know, 15 different radios in the hobby for all types of products because I fly helicopters, planes, I do cars, I do boats, I do drones, FPV drones. So I have a lot of radios, and I tend to be of the older, more mature guy. So I'm not into all these little gaming size radios, tiny little things. So for me, this is too small for my hands or my liking. I like the big radios with a lot of switches and a big display, but you can't get those type of radios at the price you can get this for. So this is an introductory radio for somebody who maybe wants their first radio, or somebody who really doesn't want all the switches and just wants, I just need this switch to turn it on and off and that's it. Then this radio is perfect for you and it doesn't cost very much. So links to this is below as well. Go check it out, see if it's for you. All right guys, thanks for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up and I'll catch you in future videos with many more reviews. Until then, I say bye.